Thank you so very much, Piros and Josephat. It's always a pleasure to be with Team Superstar. I truly enjoy the strategies and the plans that you all have put in place. And they're not just strategies and plans for the two of you, but they're plans for the entire Superstar team to see the team moving forward and truly maintaining its status as the #1 business in East Africa or in all of Africa. So I want to say thank you so very much for inviting me. To those of you that are here in boot camp, maybe some of you have met me, maybe some of you have not. Let me give you just a little bit of my background. I've been with Neolife for 31 years. Prior to Neolife, I was with Avon Products for 15 years. So that gives me about 46 years of experience in the business. When I was at Avon, I had 7,000 distributors, 21 district managers. And since I've been at Neolife, I have held several positions, moving up the ranks to my current title, which is Executive Vice President of Field Development International. My desire for each and every one of you is for you to achieve the results that your leaders have achieved. When you talk about achieving the results that your leaders have achieved, it means that you have to be willing to participate in the strategies that they have put in place. Our business is a business of duplication. It's not a business of reinventing the wheel or recreating something new. It's about duplication, the duplication process. So I want to say congratulations to you all for achieving the results to participate in this event. This is an important event for you. Your career in Team Superstar and with Neolife is just starting. And what we want to see you do is to achieve the top position in our Neolife business. You're going to be excited to be a part of the top position in Neolife. What is our top position? Well, our top position is director. Say director. Write the word director on a piece of paper. Director. Director is the top position in our business. Now, why do you want to become a director? Well, becoming a director is one of the most exciting things that can happen to you in your business. See, that's when you start to earn the greatest amount of income. That's when you start to take advantage of the travel that's available to you. That's when you have an opportunity to participate in all the incentives that will give you additional income. When you become a director, it means that you have worked your business, you have followed the system, and now you are in a position to help other people. Now, once you become a director, your next job is simple. Help someone else become a director. Josephat and Piros has been helping individuals become directors ever since I've been associated with East Africa. I've seen their business grow. And yes, they have a leadership title of 3 Ruby. But guess what? The leadership title comes when you help more and more people. Don't worry about that. The objective is first become a director. And then the second thing is to help someone become a director. Now, how many of you, and I'm going to go off script here a little bit, how many of you would be willing to work 5 years so that you can retire? Think about that. Working 5 years and you can retire from what you're currently doing. And the process there is very simple. In year 1, the objective of Team Superstar system is to help you become debt-free. Write that down, debt-free. In year 1, you're going to become a director. Now, I travel around. I think that how much is a director's income there, Josephat?
An average of 80,000.
80 to 100,000. So in year 1, you're going to become debt-free because you're going to earn 80 to 100,000. Think about that. Wow. 80 to 100,000 Kenyan shillings is a lot of money. You can do some different things. Now, you haven't retired yet, but in year one, you as a director. So that's why you want to be a director. Now, in year two, we're going to help you to save. You see, most people in our society around the world live from paycheck to paycheck. In year two, we're going to help you become a Sapphire director, a Sapphire director. And all you have to do is help two people. Now, wow, isn't that amazing? You help two people to become a director, and now you're going to be in a position to where you can put money in the bank. Most people don't have money to put in the bank. You know, if an emergency come up, they have to go borrow money. They have to ask friends for money. They have to go start a fund me page on the internet. But in our business, what we want to do is we want to help you to be in a position to save. You're going to earn money, 100 to 200,000 Kenyan shillings each and every month. Yes, you can do that. In year three, we're going to help you to have a lifestyle. In year three, you're going to become a 1 ruby director. Say, wow. I may not be able to hear you, but say, wow. Move your mouth and say, wow. There you go. You see, being a 1 ruby director, your income is going to continually grow. You're going to now be somewhere between 200 and 300,000 Kenyan shillings each and every month. Wow, now that's exciting. You have a lifestyle. Now you're able to do the things that you want to do for your family, for yourself, and for your future. That is what's important. We're trying to help you to get in a position where you're not just living life, but you're living a lifestyle. And year four, and all you have to do, first of all, let me tell you what the issue, the key here is. All you have to do is each year, help 2 new people become director. Help 2 people each year to become a director. Now, after you do Sapphire and you help 2 people, you're going to become a 1 ruby. Now, in year 4, you're going to be able to invest. You're going to become a 2 ruby. Wow. 2 ruby. And all you have to do was help 2 people. Think about this. Help 2 people. I know in Nairobi and around Kenya, there are people who are excited about earning 300,000 to 400,000 Kenyan shillings a month. Your job is to find them and to assist them in that process. And year 5, you're going to retire. Because in year 5, you're going to become a 4 ruby director. 2 people each year. Sapphire 2, year 3 2, year 4 2, and year 5 2. You will have 6 directors that are helping people to become director. That are helping people to become director. And now you're going to be a part of the president's team. That's just an example of what being a director and helping an individual to become a director, that's the position it can put your business in. Now, this does not happen because we say it's going to happen. It happens because you have to take action on the strategies that are in place. People, I worked with Joseph and Piros for over a year, helping them to put the strategy in place. You have to duplicate the strategy, you have to work the strategy, and you have to teach the strategy, and all of these things can happen. Now, the first thing you have to recruit. Now, you might say, Ricco, I know that. Yeah, but I can't emphasize enough. You have to recruit. And don't put a number on how many people you're going to recruit in a month. Recruit as many people as you can. Now, when you recruit them, you tell them, this is how you're supposed to get started in Team Superstar. And I know Piros and Josephat have taught you all what their income system is and how to get started. You tell them this is what you need to do. Don't ask them what they want to do. Your job is to tell them what they need to do. They don't know. You see, I like to draw this illustration, and I'm going to draw this illustration for you. If you would put a graph on your paper, put a graph like this. Just a little graph. It's an L graph. At the bottom, I want you to put a T for time. This is your timeline, right? And on the side, I want you to put an R for responsibility. This is your responsibility line. So your responsibility goes from 0 to 100%. 0 to 100%. Now, why did I say it's important that you follow the system? The reason it's important is when you sponsor someone, it is your responsibility. If you sponsored me, I have 0% responsibility for myself. And you have 100% responsibility. I don't know what I'm doing. I just got started in the business. I've never worked a business before. I don't know the things that I need to do to make the business work. Because you have leaders that have put together a system that is working, that is producing results, then it is your job to teach. Now, what we're trying to do with everything we're doing is, if you look at this graph, you're trying to move me from 0 to 100% responsible for myself. From 0 to 100% responsible for myself. And that's over a time period. That's why I said 5 years. Each year, you're trying to move two people from 0 to 100% responsible by helping them to become a director. Now, and in return, when you help them, that means your responsibility for them goes from 100% to 0. That's how you're going to help at least 2 people become a director each and every year. 5 years, 6 directors that are helping to build directors. That is the most important thing that you have to do. Our business is not just about selling vitamins. Hello? It's not about selling vitamins. It's about building a business, having a strategy where you can build a business that will give you a life-changing experience. Now, building that business, you have philosophies and principles and beliefs which will define the whole process. Philosophies, principles, and belief that define the whole process. So let's go through those and we'll talk about them as we go. Dreams and desires are the attributes of a qualified prospect. Dreams and desires are the attributes of a qualified prospect. When you talk to someone, you need to find out what they want, not just how they feel, but what they want. what they want to do. Do they want a new car? Do they want a new home? Do they want to travel? Do they want money in the bank? If they don't have dreams and desires that you can share the process with, then they're customers. And what happens so often, we go out and we recruit customers. We recruit product people. Yes, we need some product people in our business. I agree. But the reality is you need to find someone that have dreams and a desire to change their lives. Now, I always like to say this. It is very important that when you talk to someone, you try to talk to both the husband and wife if they're married. Talk to both people, the husband and the wife, so that you can get a joint commitment. Don't just talk to one person. If you meet someone and they're married, then try to get a meeting to where you can share the excitement of your business with both of them, because if you can get a commitment from both of them, then it will work even better. Now, if they're not married, if they're single, that's okay. But what happens is, if you don't get a commitment from both of them, what happens is one of them may be negative. Yes or no? This is yes. This is no. You can just shake your head, everyone, because we don't want negative people, because negative people will drain the energy from that person that is positive. So you want to try to get both of them. Now, here is, in my opinion, the most important thing you should do when you find a prospect, a qualified prospect. Share the opportunity first. Write that down. Share the opportunity first. Now, here's the big problem with that. Most people don't know how to share the opportunity. That's the big problem. Now, I know that Team Superstar system will teach you how to share the opportunity. So it is important that you learn how to share the opportunity first. If I meet Florence, I'm going to say, hey, Florence, how you doing? What do you do for a living? Wow, are you excited about that? Well, then I'm going to say, you know, Florence, I have my own business. And in my business, I help people to grow as individuals. I help people to earn money. I help people to feel better. I help people to travel. But I also have a community of positive thinking people that will help you grow and enjoy more of life. I was wondering if you're interested in hearing about my business. You see, it's important that you teach your distributors early on in the process how to share the business. Now, some people say, oh, would you be interested in hearing about an opportunity? Well, guys, that is not, in the 21st century, that's not the way we're going to approach it. We're going to tell them what we have. We have our own business. And then if they say, is this network marketing? Don't be ashamed to say, yes, it's network marketing. And I'm a part of Team Superstar, one of the largest businesses in all of East Africa. Hello, nod your head, people watching. I can see Josephat and Piro's nodding, but come on, work with me here a little bit. So share the opportunity first. If you're not a director and you want to become a director, you're going to become a director by sharing your business and getting business partners and putting them in the Superstar Success System and supporting them in the system along with your leaders here that will help them to grow. Remember, you have a requirement. That requirement is to help two people become director each and every year for the next 5 years. 2 people. Here's the next thing that's going to help you to achieve and maintain your director status. Hold the opportunity high. The opportunity, hold it high. What is the near-life opportunity? If I ask one of you all to take off your mute button and say, what is the near-life opportunity? Could you tell me what it is in a simple term? Well, here it is. The near-life opportunity is a way for an individual to satisfy their needs. It's a way for an individual to satisfy their needs. That's all it is. We all came to near life. We wanted something or we needed something, and it became our way of satisfying that need. So if people say, well, what is the near life opportunity? What is the superstar team opportunity? It's a way for you to satisfy your needs, to achieve your goals and your dreams, to have a happy life. That is what you have to say. That is what the opportunity is. So we're not going to say, are you interested in an opportunity? We're going to say, hey, I have my own business and this is what we do. And then if they ask you, what is the team superstar, what is the team superstar opportunity? Then you say, it's a way for an individual to satisfy their needs, to achieve their goals and dreams, and to have a happy and fulfilled life. I'm preaching this morning. I hope you all are getting it. Hold the opportunity high. Take your business serious. This is your business. Take it serious. Be as professional as you can. And I'm not saying you got to go out and buy expensive clothes. That's not being professional. Being professional is how you present yourself and your business to someone. Because this is serious, it's not a joking matter. You don't go up laughing. When you start talking about your business, there should be a glow on your face. You should be excited. But you say it in a professional way. This is what we do so people can understand. Serious business. Be as professional as you can. The next part of holding the opportunity high is, remember, people don't have a lot of time. Get to the point. Get to the point. Don't be filibustering. Don't just be talking to be talking. Don't talk them into the business and out of the business in one conversation. Tell them what you do. And then ask them if they're interested in hearing about more of it. And when you get their time, remember, tell them in a simple, concise manner what you are doing. Success takes time. Success takes time. When you sponsor a new person and you're trying to get them to be 100% responsible for themselves, you need to let them know that this is not a get-rich scheme. This is not a pyramid where we're asking you to invest money and nothing else. You need to explain to them that it is going to take time, but we have a proven system. Here in the US, I watch on television all the time. Somebody will come on and talk about a subject, and then they say, okay, you can get my proven system of how to do this for only $89.99. Everybody's selling their proven system. But you all are so fortunate because Piros and Josephat is not selling you their success system. They're giving it to you for free. Maybe we should start to charge Piros and Josephat for the success system, and then people will value it even more. Because if you get the system and follow the system, you will have success. Not overnight, but it will take time. First, you have to become a director. Then you start out by helping 2 people each year to become a director. You know, don't take this support that you have available to you lightly. This is powerful stuff that you have. All you have to do is look at what is happening, follow what was happening, have some, be self-disciplined to do the things that are necessary. Here, keep the business simple. Keep the business simple. As I was coming up in this business, 20, 25, 30 years ago, one of the first things that I was taught is the business has to be simple, easy, and duplicatable. Simple to explain, easy to understand, and then duplicatable, how you can follow the system and achieve success. Simple to explain, easy to understand, and duplicatable. You have to keep it simple. I have traveled to 56 countries with Neolife. And the challenge is we start to complicate things. We complicate talking about the product. We complicate talking about the opportunity. We have to keep it simple. And look, if someone says no, it's okay. If you don't get a lot of no's, you're not talking to a lot of people. Hello? If you talk to a lot of people, you're going to get some no's, but you're still looking for that yes. Now, I'm going to go back. I'm going to regress here for a minute. You don't go out to work your business. You work your business every time you go out. Do you understand that, everyone? Nod your head, yes or no. I'm looking at the group here, and I'm trying to see if they're going to nod their head if they understood what I just said. Meaning, you don't say, oh, I got to take some time today to go out and work my business. No. Every time you go out, you run into people, you talk to people. And when you run into someone or you have a conversation, tell them about your business. Don't wait and say, well, I'm going to go and hand out flyers, or I'm going to go and stand on a street corner. That's not how our business works. Our business works when you talk to someone, which is the beginning of a relationship, and then you share with them what you have. Remember, simple to explain, easy to understand, and duplicatable. So keep the business simple. Now, when you do a business presentation, make sure that it is as professional as you can make it. Make sure your room looks like a business. Even if you're in your home, make sure you have a little display. Make sure you have a nice flip chart. Set the room up as much as you can like a business meeting. Now, if you are a director, and if you're not a director and you're under director, you and that director need to also do your own opportunity meetings. You can't wait on your leaders and team superstar to do all of your opportunity meetings. You know, in Mexico, and I just came back from Mexico, but some years ago, I had a lady that became a Sapphire director, and she would set up chairs under a shade tree and conduct her meetings. But she would set it up and she would talk as professional as she could about the business. She became a Sapphire director. Wow. So your business need to be, and when I say professional, what I mean is this. It is how you present each component of the business. You know, how you tell your story and your true story. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. From the hundreds of thousands of people that I've seen around the world in near life, some people exaggerate their story. I don't want you to exaggerate your story. Tell your true story. There is a reason you started working the business, and it's not because of the product. Some people say, well, I started working the business because of the product. And I go like, well, did this bottle of Trianin talk to you? What did it say? Hello there. No, product don't talk to you. A person talks to you and they tell you about the product. But you start the business because you wanted to get the product at a discount, because you wanted to earn money, or because you wanted to help other people experience what you've experienced from taking the product. So quit saying, I started the product because of the business. Because if that bottle of Trianin start talking to me, I'm going to start running. Okay. I'm going to go back again. I like to regress to the first point. Accept responsibility for sponsoring. Accept responsibility for sponsoring. I know you all hear this all the time, and sometimes you probably get tired of hearing it, but that's the foundation of our business. You know, I've always learned that it's easier to birth some new than it is to raise the dead. So you have to always be birthing new distributors in your business. Remember, what are we talking about here? We're talking about becoming a director. We're talking about helping other people become a director. And our goal over the next 5 years is to help at least 2 people become a director each and every year. So take responsibility for sponsoring. Sponsoring is so important in your business. It is the foundation of growth. And don't tell me you can't find anyone. Just keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. Now, as a director, you need to keep people involved in what's going on. Keep people involved. That means, hey, they have to come to training, whether it's virtual training or physical training. They have to come to training and events. Have to. In the church, in my church, the pastor has activities going on all the time, almost every other day during the week. And he wants us to be there almost every other day. Why? Because if you keep saints with saints, you strengthen their resolve and their belief. The same thing with our business, with Team Superstar. The more you get successful people together, the more it breeds success in others. You need to get your people to the meetings that are being conducted. Virtual, physical, and even your own meetings. You need to tell people, come to the meeting. If you want to be successful, find a way, make time, make it a priority to come to the meetings. Here's the last thing on this. Understand the details of the Team Superstar system. The details. How do we tell our story? How do we conduct a one-on-one presentation? How do we get people started? How do we invite people to join us and participate in a meeting? How do I grow in the business? What are the benefits for being a part of Team Superstar? You have to sell that. There's power in being a part of Team Superstar: experience, support, recognition, skill development, training, recognition. You have to sell your team, Team Superstar, so people will want to be a part of it. Understand the details of the system. Now, we're regressing again. It is important in the involvement category. You have to build relationships with the people that you are bringing in. And the first thing about building a relationship is make distributors feel important. When I say make distributors feel important, make your team feel important. Whatever concerns, whatever questions they may have, address them. When you take the time to address the issues and concerns of your distributors, then they are ready to participate with you. Build confidence. Number 2, build confidence in your new distributors. You have to always let them know that they can. And if they're confronted with some negatives, turn the negatives into a positive. If you turn the negatives into a positive, it helps them to gain confidence. Confidence is what empowers them to go out and do what you're instructing them to do. If I don't know how to do something, or if I think I'm doing something wrong, I am not going to do it. Know, identify, and know the goals of your team. Identify and know the goals of your team members. Now, when I say team, I'm talking about your less than director. That's your team. Less than director is your team. And I think around Africa, they call it the nursery. But your nursery, make sure that you have a session when you're sitting down with them and have them write their goals down and turn it in to you. You may not remember all of the details of their goals, but if they write them down and give them to you, you can always use that as a motivation and encouragement to work the business. Have plans to achieve the goals. Have a plan to achieve the goals that people have set. You know, having a goal is important. Having a plan is more important. Taking action on those plans is even more important. So have a goal, make a plan, and then take action on that plan. Here's the last thing. Have fun. F-U-N. Have fun. Don't make everything just about business, but have some fun. You have to have some fun type of events. People are life, you know, I always say, when you're a child, you have to do what your mother say do. When you go to school, you have to do what the teachers say do. When you get married, guys, you have to do what your wife say do. When you get older, you have to do what the doctors say do. When do we do what we're going to do? Well, having fun allows us to do some of the things that we want to do. Just have some fun in your business. So here's the end of your session for today. Try to make mistakes. That means go out and do something. And if you make a mistake, see it as a beginning and not an end. Because if you make a mistake and you learn from that mistake, you grow as an individual. So it's not an end, it's a beginning. Habits. Habits will determine your future. Develop good working habits and teach your team to work with those good working habits as well. Habits will decide your future. You need to act accordingly. Do something. We set about a plan. I know you say, well, we need to recruit, we need to develop. Yeah, we have a plan. Our plan is for those of you on this call that are not directors, you need to become a director, and we've explained to you the benefits of being a director. I can go through and sales volume bonus, leadership development bonuses, network development bonuses, leadership school and exotic places. There's so many beautiful benefits, consistency bonus. That's why you need to become a director. If you're not a director, that is your first focus for the balance of this year. You need to become a director before the end of 2023. Then our next goal is in 2024, you need to help 2 people become director, and you will become a Sapphire director. And each year for the next 4 years, 3 years, we want you to build at least 2 new directors each and every year. It all begins and ends in your mind. It all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to in your mind will have power over you. Give the strategy power. Give the plan power. And if you do that, it will have power over you, and you will focus on that plan. And focus is nothing more than the things that you think about that will move your life forward. I want to thank you all for inviting me to come participate in the meeting. I hope that you got something from this that you can use. Even if you can't use everything that I've said, I hope you find at least 1 or 2 things that you can pull out of this session and move forward. Remember, director, become a director, help 2 people become a director. Not 1, 2 people a year for the next 4 years, and you'll be able to retire and live a lifestyle like the rich and the famous. Thank you very much. Turn it back over to Josephat and Piero.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Ricco. I can only say this was very rich. I'm surprised that you've taken all your time to pour everything that was relevant for today. Not everything that you had, but everything that was relevant for today. And guys, guess what? Ricco Brown has taken all of us to the level of director and above, if you followed him closely. And Ricco, I must tell you this, that every single participant here is very capable of becoming a director unless they refuse. And what a closing remark there, that it all begins and ends with not you, myself. And everyone needs to really appreciate that it all begins and ends with the person seated on your chair. So no more blaming, no more excuses, no more justification. From today moving on, it is up to me. And you are the sole cause of your success. Ricco, we must say thank you so much. And at this point, I just want to unmute everyone to just tell Ricco thank you. I know he's rushing to another